I see pancake yellow. I love you too much. I love you. As you know, it's Friday, you have to be happy, you know. But there's a song that is not appropriate for the week. Oh, goodness, so I black one like that, Samuel. No, consider that. No, I want to share my guy. Mako Hugri, Abaga for money fast. Now you want to use bad luck to stay my white presidential ambition? No. Now some people say he threw his colleague government appointee under the bus. Basket. You bury him under the from no, but destroy everything, Charlie. And we haven't seen something like this in like forever, right? The guy hasn't stolen state money. He communicated a policy that didn't sit well with Ghanaians. In fact, it doesn't make sense, quite honestly. And quick, his fellow appointee has removed his one for him. Just like he has removed his one for him. Unlike when, you know, honestly, someone will steal the money and their colleagues will either keep quiet or they will go all out and be defending them. I mean, seriously, if by now the aura that was promised has been reduced to ORS, that is actually ORS quick action. Like by now, you know, and for the other one is much less but I love the moves of the minority this week. The minority has been solid. No, they raised solid points in Parliament about the sad manner in which, you know, 29-year-old engineer Charles Samisa died. He was buried today. Condolences to the family. It was really sad. But Deputy Health Minister, she should go and talk and let us hear some more. She said, she gave everyone a reason to support GTech and Apendemaki. You understand? Yeah, understand? Because most subtitles now also to say trace. Empathy doesn't follow the knowledge. You know, this week, now, we launched the Heritage Month. You know, I had my coolie high and my pipe, you know, clearly. We had fun. Now, the month of March here, you don't have to go anywhere else because, not for a second, you don't have to go anywhere else because some of you've not learned your lesson. You lose focus, by the time you break you open your eye, everything down and they say the boss, it is sold out. So, you have to keep your focus. Remain glued to the thing. Because anything else is counterfeit. Okay, sorry. Not counterfeit, but anything else is imitation. We are giving you 14 regions in 8 days on the group. Anything else is what? Imitation. We are giving you back to a village food festival. We are saying your copycat. It is what? Imitation. See, you don't need to be told. Do you cry, baby? Oh, come on, listen, welcome to the show. This is BackPage on Channel 1 Television, and my name is Caleb Kudah. Listen, President Mahama delivered a State of the Nation address today. Well, I get into it. Yeah, I get into it because some people say, you know, no, I get into it. In fact, after the First Lady, Vice President CJ and his spouse and Chief of Staff, former President Kufuor and all the dignitaries were introduced, you know, it became obvious the nation had missed the showboy. Therefore, the refrain, he expresses his gratitude to the invitation for him to be here. Unfortunately, for good reason, he is not able to attend this occasion. It's a lie. Well, the speaker explained that, Showboy sent his apologies. In fact, we all know Showboy is providing headmaster duties for Commonwealth, in Bangladesh. But as it is the case, that we all miss him. But I don't blame it, because Parliament's more than 1 year. And I think we might be missing the state of the nation for a long time. The last time the man came, the way you guys treated him, I mean, the damn minority. Showboy came in all his glory to give his final speech. Yeah, boy, the thing it did to the man, Papa Nick, okay, I don't know.
We have come to the end of the road for what has been undoubtedly the worst government under the Fourth Republic. Mr. Speaker, this abysmal record was confirmed on December 7th when the people of Ghana returned the most overwhelming and emphatic vote of rejection of any government ever witnessed under the Fourth Republic. Mr. President, you will be remembered as the first president who was cushioned by the IMF when you began, and you are still being cushioned at the end of your term.
No, it was bad, man. It was bad to the extent that for the first time we saw the umbrage of Mrs. My beautiful Rebecca in public, you know. And your boy will pay very dearly for it. For that savage treatment of fellow Ghanaians, very insulting. Anyway, so ranking member on Parliament's Defense and Interior Committee, Reverend John Ntim Fojo, he says that the failure of President Mahama to appoint a substantive Minister of Defense is why, Ghanaian traders were shot on their way back from Burkina Faso to buy tomato, and the attack on the fishermen at the senior Breku. She said, Honorable Ntim Fojo, no, me too, me too, yeah. And someone is even recommending you for the COPE program so that, you can take a course at the Kofi Annan, security something. Because, Charlie, one thing, I don't know if you want, but congratulations. So, this government is trying to tell us that they are managing the economy so well. Like, frugality is their fruit. They have cut down expenditure, they have cut down the size of the government so much so that even the state of the nation against the president want the same fugu for this year's solar as he did last year. Are you economists? Sorry. Or you think I'm like, watch.
While public sector health employment has doubled to approximately 200,000 workers, and yet significant challenges remain. At the beginning of 2025, when we took over, 103,000 trained health workers were still awaiting placement. And
maybe you think I'm using this year's one immediately. Okay, so what's the kente at the background and see if the cuckoo is there for, compare and see.
The last major hospital equipment replacement program was undertaken in 2014 when I was president. Since then, most hospital equipment in the Ghana Health Service facilities have deteriorated or broken down.
So you saw it now. Yeah. Those of you who allow social media to pressure you, every day you want to wear new dress and post on Instagram and Gram. Even President of the Republic, he don't repeat each other. I beg, man, it doesn't mean you should wear the same boxer 2 days, brothers. If you watch that, I catch you. If you watch that, if you go there, you can repeat, but at least you have to watch that. You understand? No, but you see, the power of the food there, sent to them, I mean, I just say, Bema. Oh, no, but I love the shadow of the ushers in Parliament. Sorry, okay, so I thought they were ushering at a funeral, but I am told that they were graduates of a Cocoa Education Implementation Program. No, the sash was beautiful. only available parliamentarian university uniform to parliament. Cocoa graduate. No, I love the cocoa they are holding, and I said, and the owner also, all the fell, all the Sahin, I had me pure man, yeah. I love the uniformity of the minority, but I was. But for them, I also loved it when they did a remix to the majority's, EP. The majority, they were just dropping songs. So majority dropped an EP. When they sang, they are sang, then they added their twist to it. Like, I know you're a remix, you're there. You know, it's a little chow, no. Don't you just love the minority, especially when the leader, re-emphasized the issue of the no bed thing in Parliament, bro. Setting the agenda right, man. Yeah.
Speaker, let me leave the House with these final thoughts. If a young man can be carried from one public hospital to another, refused at every door until he dies, then the social contract is broken. And none of us, I repeat, none of us is safe. Not the rich, not the poor, not the politician, not the ordinary man on the street. The death of Charles Emisa must force this nation to change. Human life cannot be subordinate to administrative convenience. Emergency cannot be optical. Our hospitals do not have the moral or legal discretion to abandon the dying. Mr. Speaker, I so humbly submit.
Yeah. And the MPs started telling their stories one after the other. They started telling their stories one. One of them said, the nurses said there was no bed when he was dying. They paid no attention to him until his wife said, people, the man lying there to call like that, he's an MP. Then suddenly, bed emerged from nowhere. Then unless you follow doctor for. I mean, shame. Because, but yeah, Titus Boyo, Lambusie MP, right? Lambusie. He's the Konebu Okanan Sapa. Oh, Papa. No. Even Afenyo Market was clapping for him. Father, who said Afenyo has clapped for majority. Afenyo Kasani is a solid guy. But this is Titus Boyo, ladies and gentlemen.
The most disappointing part is that no bed could simply mean that the staff are not willing to work. And that is the very, very sad part. This no bed could mean that a shift is about to end and someone is not willing to admit a new patient and do all the documentation, so turn the patient away. No bed could mean that the doctor is afraid to work or is tired and feels that if he touch that patient and the patient pass away, duty of care is established legally because he has touched the patient. So see no evil. I have not touched that patient, so you cannot blame me for it. But is it really right?
I'm also clapping for you, Mr. Honorable Dr. Boyo. You see, that is how leaders should be talking. Then the deputy health minister, she came. She said, no, my friend.
Mr. Speaker, the ambulance was there because of the proximity to the ambulance service. They got there on time and they did what was necessary. Mr. Speaker, the issue of no bed syndrome, unfortunately, is not a new issue. This issue has existed for so long, and unfortunately, we or the previous government was not able to fix it.
Well, no, but President Mahana, I recommend strongly I recommend strongly for your attention, Honorable Meta Kando and his deputy, the both of them. We shuffle them, they should go to Akando's farm. They should go and farm there. So far, no enemy also. If you do, we shall start from the health. Madam too, she needs time to go and intend properly. Maybe she needs time to properly, the two of them can go to the farm, but she needs to intend properly as an MP because I have a number of recommendations for reshuffle. Maybe I have a special show dedicated to people I think they should be reshuffled or not, but not today. Because today we have, Parliament, the President has spoken, so yeah. Before I forget, dear President Mahama, one of your appointees, every day bloggers are following her. And it's not like she's saying something or they are launching something or she's even cutting something. They're just showing us. Videos of citizens can't find reliable, affordable gases to put their backside. Every day bloggers are showing us their own. What is that? But you see, the president said we should he said we should fasten our seat belts because the country is, sure. Remember you people, fasten your bellets.
The resetting Ghana agenda is working. The Accra reset is gaining momentum. And together they are laying the foundation for a stronger, more resilient and more prosperous Ghana. Mr. Speaker, our nation is on the runway. It's in take-off mode. And you are all advised to fasten your seatbelts.
Yeah, guys, get ready. Those who are in the business say I should tell you the president is trying to say that we will fire us like a later. Those who are in the business they say if you understand, that's from there. But Mr. Speaker, please let the president know that before we get to the runway, the roads we use to get there, the potholes on the roofs are plenty. We can't even find bus to board. And the minute Ghanaians are too something, it's as if we are going to vote. We are just looking for bus to go to work. Every day in corners of Accra, Kumasi and other national, it's as if people are going to vote brand new. All they want to do is to go to work. Looking for one useless truck to sit inside and risk their lives. So those on the runway, they are very few. Most of us are still in truck, which doesn't even have a seat belt. How can we fasten our belt? All of that, I see a mistake, I don't know how much you will be Kakra.
Mumba Stiano Amani, Mumba Mistiano, Namin Chicano, Uncle Baby Ayesiako, Mumba Mistiano.
Dr. Bobia, we see a man and I will tell you, when you promise to arrest the dollar, it's $100 disgracing all of us. Wait more. Let's see how wait. Muhammad says, as for him, he did not arrest the dollar. He can't claim he can arrest it. But at least he made the CD bole. Hey.
We did not arrest the dollar. We strengthened the CD to put up a good fight against the other currency.
Okay. Well, I talked about the bad roads, right? The bad roads in the nation. And in the State of the Nation's address, the president was like, it was as if he was in the studio. He was recording a song once again. And then the majority were his backing vocalists. And your hey, Because the people were having fun. If they didn't mention your rules, listen, from where I'm married, your rules, if they didn't mention for state organization for where you go to life and come back, your rules they will do. Because you see, some of the rules from increment time they have been mentioned in state organization up to now they drag it. No, if they didn't mention it, forget about it. But if you didn't mention it, you have to be praying. As some people, I don't know how your way is looking like, but yeah, wait for me. After this break, I will give you the names of the rules that are in the book of life.
Bank is 10 years old. Hooray! And to commemorate this milestone, the Ghana Exim Bank is hosting a 2-day international conference on the theme, A Decade of Enabling Export Trade and Industrial Transformation, Resetting Gixon for the Next Frontier. The event takes place on the 24th to 26th of March at the Kempinski Hotel, Gold Coast City, 8 a.m. each day. President of the Republic, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, will perform the official opening of the conference. Special guest and speaker, Honorable Elizabeth Ofuswejari, Minister for Trade, Agribusiness and Industry. Conference host is Honorable Sylvester Adina Mensah, Chief Executive of the Ghana Exim Bank. For inquiries, call 0208-541-480 or visit eximbankghana.com/conference to register. Media partners, Daily Graphic, Media General, The Multimedia Group, City FM, Radio Gold and Channel 1 TV. And knowledge partners include IFC and SME Finance Forum.
Why step out when you can shop at the comfort of your home? Franco Online has you covered. No stress, no queues. At Franco Online, you can shop all your original electronics and home appliances, from TVs, washing machine, refrigerators, air conditioners, to phones, accessories, laptops, and many more. It's free delivery within Accra and Kumasi. For your safety, Franco do not sell from random social media messages. Just call the numbers on your screen or visit the website at www.francotrading.com. You can also download the Franco Trading app on Google Play Store or Apple App Store. Franco Online, it's fast and reliable.
Welcome to the show. This is BackPage on Channel 1 Television. My name is Kudah. Last week and this week, the government has been hot as far as cocoa farmers are concerned. The government sent DJ Mayaman, to go and board them as it were. By the time we finished, some of the people said, oh, they were now okay, they were convinced. People said they were NDC cocoa farmers. Others, including the chief of the place called, Fear Women? No, the people, they call them Fear Women. And you didn't fear. After reducing their money, you don't have fear of God. You went there to go and convince them. Their chief said, listen, we don't fear women, number one. We don't fear politicians, number two. If we claim that politicians have stolen the money, catch the thief. The chief said, catch the thief or get out. Finish.
Talk about CEO Dano. And I'll buy over to say Kudah. To prove say Kudah Ramka. And I show them rather solid page. Then I didn't. Says it will be covered by Munsu, and I will be very able to I said, you said it. I would just and I'm up on alternative plan.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is a very wise chief. Catch the thieves or save us the stories. Finish. I am sure the DVLA boss is very grateful to God for the timing of the State of the Nation address, because it saved him a hot week. But of course, let me tear his dross on the show. This is what he said.
We are traveling overseas to go and provide services in 5 countries outside the US, Canada, Netherlands, UK, and Germany. And I see you are standing, I will argue, don't worry. So that is the service we are going to provide. We've gotten approval by the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, and this is what we are going to do for our Ghanaians staying abroad. They don't need to come down to come and do their 1-year license which has expired. We will go and we do it for them. We provide all licensing issues available for them without vehicle registration.
And you know, when politicians say something and it backfires, you know who they blame? They blame the media. For what? Misleading, for misreporting, for sensationality. More men want to come and say media man can you may cause harm the kind of blame. And the people drag him, they wash his boxer, they wash his silver, they wash his stuff. They use his to do more. Oh, this week Julius, so maybe me a jelly juice. No, don't finish out. No. Then look at it, management, I'm listening to what the people are saying, they are going back and going to do something. Now they didn't say it was the media concurrence for that twisted his quest. Somebody shout, hey! No, but you see, this month of March, as we are entering, if you make mistake and you snooze, you will lose. I told you already. Don't make mistake. Stay tuned in because we got so much for you, from food to music to conversations to trips around the country. We see about 14 meetings in 8 days. Let me tell you, 10 years in the business, 19, 20. Tell penny, what I say. But before I go, before I go, before I go, President Mahama, please and please, I beg you in the name of God. I feel no Martin said it, but I am also saying it. The light bill. Hey Mahama, we said we dear, we don't like. Hey, that's super interesting. And then, face it, we beg you.
Yes.
So you were married at that time with kids?
Yes.
How many at the time?
I think 2. I had my first child when I was 25. I think so. 25 years.
They're adults now.
Oh, they are old men and old ladies.
And social life, how were you?
Yeah, it's fine. I mean, I do normal things, like, you know, we go out with friends, you know.
Visit Amamu and
Yeah, once in a while I go there. I see friends there, you know. What you have to do, you do, you know. Well, they have invested.
So after the Sanchez thing, then after his